Just this season earlier, and the billboard is definitely putting me in a festive mood, you know, all the ham, the little parang moments.
As you mentioned that, right? Remember earlier this week we also spoke about what makes you feel as though you're getting into the Christmas season. So that same day when I left studio, a bunch of people were like having the conversation. They're saying, hey, all they didn't get to tell me what I ain't get to tell all what I am. What I feel like when it's Christmas now. So we had Sayo was one of the people saying, you know, I ain't get to tell all what it is I wanted to. I tried to remember which one Sayo was, but there was a gentleman who was insisting once you see poinsettias start turning red, that's how he knows Christmas.
It absolutely is.
Once you see it start to get dark earlier, he don't need nobody else. He don't need to see nothing else. Once it start to get dark early, he knows Christmas time. What was the other one? The what?
The paint, the color.
The color of the paint, right. So this one gentleman was saying, every year at a particular time in the year, his wife is bring home paint and rest it down. That's how you know when it's Christmas.
I like her. She doesn't say anything. She's just, this is yours. Do as you will with this information. That I have to start using those sorts of methods with many people. One of my coworkers on radio was saying as well, paint for him, the smell of paint, particularly because he would have grown up in a house where they used to paint the floors, apparently. And so there are a bunch of reasons that you can actually probably come up with yourself that will indicate that it's Christmas time. But in Tobago, sometimes it's just the ham, lamb and jam. Guys, we're getting ready to shine a spotlight on Tobago with a little festive twist.
Inside your spotlight this morning, we're getting ready for ham, lamb, and jam. It's Glitzmas 2025. Let me welcome Kelly Mannette Camejo, the General Manager of the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, and Sean C. McCoon, the Program Manager. Good morning to you both and welcome to the Now.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, this is the, if I'm not mistaken, it's the third year that we're running this program where we're lighting up the Botanic Gardens for the Christmas season. Kelly, tell me the importance of this lighting up and the programming as well.
The lighting up of the Botanic Gardens. So this is our third installment since 2023 of the Glitzmas Christmas lighting display and Christmas marketplace. And it is significant in that we have been charged with co-managing some of the green spaces in Tobago, Botanical Gardens being one of them. And it highlights the significance of our green spaces in terms of our communities coming through, the knowledge of the basic environmental impacts of the green spaces, as well as it provides an opportunity for our social enterprise at the Botanic Gardens, whereby we have suppliers, vendors coming in during this period to ply their trade. And not to forget the beauty of our Botanic Gardens highlighted by the Christmas lights.
Most definitely. Tell me something, Kelly. In the past 3 years, or in the past 2 years rather, what has been that moment for you when you realized, yes, this is something that we definitely need to continue?
When I get the feedback from the vendors, the patrons coming in, our staff saying, yes, it is getting dark earlier. And we have persons calling and asking, when are you advertising? When are we starting? That builds the momentum definitely for us at Reforestation. So
Fantastic.
We always look forward to Glitzmas. And this year, we're hoping to have it even bigger and better.
All right, Sean, this is your cue to jump in here and tell me how it's going to be bigger and better. You're the program manager, and I look forward to hearing what you have in store for us this year.
So this year we have even more vendors. We have a great collaboration with Tadco, and we also have a collaboration happening this year with the Livestock Association of Tobago. So given the theme, which is Ham, Lamb and Jam, Home for Glitzmas 2025, we actually have, roast pig. And some other meat options that would be available this year in keeping with the theme. Also, we wanted to give it that homey sort of feel, so the lighting display will be a true reflection of that. and really inviting people to come on down to the Scarborough Botanical Gardens this year for that homey feel for families, for children. Everybody will be on vacation. The children will be on vacation. So we really encourage everyone to come on down. We have those special features this year. We want to also say a special thank you to some of our corporate sponsors, and in particular, the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, which is our line division in the Tobago House of Assembly for providing all of the necessary support and financial assistance and forwarding, TADCO as well, and one of our corporate sponsors, which is Rand Credit Union, for really, really standing in the gap with us and giving us that support to really make this year possible.
Fantastic. Sean, when does it open? When is opening night?
Right, so opening night is the 12th of December, right? That would be next week, Friday. So that's the 12th of December, and it runs all the way until the 21st of December. So we have a packed calendar of nightly events, and we go from 7 to 9 p.m. nightly. We have special guest appearances. We have different things such as choirs, parang, different installments of music, live music, song and poetry. So it's really a wonderful atmosphere, along with the vendors and the night market, which really lends to the festive and the Yuletide season that we share here in Tobago. And we always invite our brothers and sisters from Tobago to come on over. If you're in Tobago for the Yuletide season, come on down to the Scarborough Botanical Gardens, and we really wish to welcome you to Glitsmas 2025.
Now, I see on the calendar of events, we have quite a lot of activities. You would have mentioned a couple of them. But some of the ones that stick out to me, on the 14th of December, we're having Movies Under the Stars. Kelly, tell me what movies we're having under the stars and how that part of the process works out.
So that's a little sneak peek. So each night, I think we have 2 movie nights scheduled in.
Okay.
We have a sneak peek in terms of it is definitely going to be a Christmas movie that persons will enjoy. And we are asking persons to bring your blankets, bring your chairs, bring your family, your friends, and enjoy the greens. Spread out your blankets, sit and take in our movies under the stars, on the greens at the Botanic Gardens. So we'll soon release the names of the movies prior to the movies, so persons have an idea. And we're encouraging you all, bring out your families, come and support the vendors and make it a night.
Now, I was just going to ask if it's family-friendly movies, but I have to assume that it will definitely be family-friendly.
Of course
Christmas
it is.
movies. All right. One of the things that also stood out to me, Sean, is the Talk the Things for Christmas night, which is on the 15th of December. We have spoken word, storytelling, drama, speech band. How important was it for you to incorporate this element into the programming?
Right, so given Tobago's rich cultural heritage and things like the speech band, spoken word, etc., it is in fact a noteworthy fixture. And we did see the need to include that because it really finds a way to bridge the gap between, the Christmas season and some of the traditions and the cultural traditions that we boast of here in Tobago. So it's really, really a marrying of the Yuletide and festive season with some of our traditional art forms. And we really, really expect that to be a fun and action-packed night where people can really sit and listen and enjoy some of the pikong and the comedy and some of the commentary in this space, fused with that Christmas feeling and the merriment that comes along with this season.
All right, fantastic. Now, I can go through each night because you have a bunch of, like we said, it's from the 12th all the way to the 21st, and each night there's some sort of programming that's happening. Where can we go, Kelly, to get more information if we want to get the calendar of events and be able to say, all right, I'm going to mark down this one, and I'm going to make sure I'm here for this night? Where can we go to get all that information?
So we have a variety of areas where we can access further information. I would always say you can call us directly at 283-5155. You can visit our Facebook page, our Instagram page, as well as you can also visit our website to get more information. And if that is not sufficient, you can feel free to shoot us a WhatsApp message at the same number, 283-5155. And we will facilitate all the answers to your questions.
Fantastic. Sean, before we wrap this morning, I have one question I didn't ask. Is there a cost to attend these events?
Yes, so for adults, it would be $20, and for children, it's $10. Of course, in keeping with our mandate of green space development, all proceeds go towards maintaining and upkeeping this drive to developing the Scarborough Botanical Gardens, and also ensuring that the space remains well kept, well taken care of. And the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, Reforestation as we are affectionately known here in Tobago, is committed to do that. I know many people ask, why is there a cost? Why is it not free to the public? But of course, we want to ensure that while we're having fun, we're also ensuring that the place can be looked after and that a standard is kept.
Most definitely. And the cost is very minimal, so nobody should be able to complain about that. $20 and $10, you can't go wrong. Definitely the place to be this Christmas is Scarborough Botanic Gardens. I thank you both for joining us this morning. Before you leave, Kelly, I'm going to start with you. Can you give the nation a Christmas greeting as you're here this morning and we're getting ready to open things up on the 12th?
So my Christmas greeting for the nation, I ask that each and every one of you have God's blessings within your household, within your hearts this year, and that it takes you through each day as we go along into 2026.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Sean?
I would say sharing is caring. Even if you cannot share with a material item, share a kind word, share a kind thought, share some sort of greeting. You don't know how much of a long way that can go for someone who's having a bad day or perhaps having a rough time. You don't know how your kind words can affect some positive change and to help someone get out of a rut that they're sticking. So be kind, be good to people, and share. Sharing is caring.
Thank you both so very much for joining us this morning, and all the best to you. So all the season's greetings, all the happy Christmases, all the everythings. I wish you, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Kelly Mannette, the General Manager of the Tobago Reforestation and Watershed Rehabilitation Program, and Sean C. McCoon, who is the Program Manager for the same, and getting ready for Ham, Lamb and Jam, Home for Glitsmas 2025. Kicking off December 12th. Gates open at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night. Entertainment and performances kick off from 7 p.m. So you definitely want to be a part of it where possible. We're going to take a quick break and we come back with some more Tobago information. Stick around.
It's Christmas again. And the chucky warm up your soul. It's Christmas again. When the box bass and my rock start to let go.